The Singer Promise Sewing Machine offers a variety of sewing stitch options, and one of those is being able to sew buttonholes. Today we're going to take a look step by step how to use the buttonhole stitching foot and how to sew buttonholes. When you purchase your Singer Promise Sewing Machine, in the accessory pack included you are supplied with the buttonhole sewing foot. This is the foot we're going to be using today. To attach the buttonhole foot, we first need to remove the foot that you have in place on your sewing machine. Next, we need to line up the buttonhole foot, making sure that all the little marks are to the left hand side. Slide that underneath the claw on your sewing machine and lower the lever, ready for it to grab your new foot. If it's not in place, then just wiggle it slightly until it grabs it. If you wish, you can then thread your upper thread underneath the foot so it joins the bobbin thread at the back of your machine. In order to sew the buttonhole, we're going to use the 4-stage process using the different stitches supplied. First one is going to give us like a tack stitch across the bottom. The second one is going to sew up the left hand side. The third one is going to do a tack stitch across the top, and the fourth one is going to come down the right hand side to complete the buttonhole. We're going to set the dial to be on position number 1. Place the material under the buttonhole foot, making sure it's quite far down because it's going to stitch the buttonhole starting at the bottom. We need to make sure that the gap is right down at the bottom of the buttonhole sewing foot. We can use the markers along the side to determine how far up we're going to stitch our buttonhole. You can measure these by using a button, and you can even mark the fabric if that's more helpful. When everything's in place, we're going to lower the foot down and we're going to do a handful of stitches just to get started. Next, we need to turn the dial to position number 2, and that's going to stitch up along the left hand side. Once you've reached your desired length, stop. If when you've reached your desired length the needle is still in your material, you can easily raise the needle by turning the wheel towards you, and that will raise the needle out of your material. Now we're ready to select option number 3. Again, we're just going to do a handful of stitches across the top. The needle is up, so now we're ready to select option number 4 and stitch down the right hand side to complete the buttonhole. When that's all complete, raise the needle out of the material, lift the sewing foot and remove your material. You can use a little cutter on the side to break the thread. Now your buttonhole is complete. If that's the right size, then you can now go on to stitch the rest of your buttonholes to be the same size and same consistency. Hope you enjoyed my buttonhole sewing tutorial. If you are, then please check out my Singer Promise playlist that is listed in the description below this video. And thank you very much for watching, and I will see you again soon.